How's it going? So I've become reunited with gold. When I was about 13 years old. I've had my nose pierced, and my mother gave me 24 karat gold nose hoop, and it had been a permanent fixture in my face until about, I don't know how long ago. I have to get stabbed at 7 or 8 years probably that I've been without it. One day I was washing my face in the shower, and this 24 karat gold hoop left me and went down the drain. Was unable to recover it. And then it was some little bit of time after that it came to my awareness that my mother had been moved to a nursing home facility, sort of assisted care living type of. It was around about that time that I lost that 24 karat gold ring. See, so it's been like a chunk of time. At least one ring of Saturn, probably about the amount of space that's between the years of my younger wife and my older self. And so what was I? Yeah. So then we had this 13-year recognition declaration in front of loved ones, including my brother, the infamous bot brother number 3. For those who have been hanging out here at the ends of the earth for a while. So he made the trip over, like I've been telling ya, and so he doesn't really look like me on his own, but when we stand side to side, you can see that we had the same mother. So that was a topic of conversation for the anniversary. As my brother proceeded to just very calmly, casually explain that our mother was a producer for a Mormon baby farm, and it's potentially a thing that we have 15 other siblings spread across 8 North American wards. My brother's got all this paperwork and stuff that he found after my mother's passing, and some of it came to me in a bundle. Mostly it's childhood pictures that he recovered, and a few certificates, such as for myself, baptism, and one for receiving the Aaronic priesthood degree of teacher, and a priesthood certificate for high priest for my second dad. But he's got a whole stack more paperwork I haven't really laid my physical hands on, because they're back at his house across the other side of the ocean there. Yeah. So my brother's introducing himself like this, and wife was concerned that I was going to make a awkward situation. Yeah, he doesn't look much like me. A million years ago, I was working a restaurant kitchen, and one of my other brothers was going to be coming into town under the guise of a landscaping convention. So anyways, he spent the night, and it was really fun. And so I let the waitresses know, that my brother's going to be coming into town, and he's going to be coming here. I'm going to be getting off early tonight so we can hang out, and you want to let me know when he shows up. And my God, weren't these fucking bitches just so excited. Right, your brother. Well, hopefully he's not insane like you, and we could probably be able to tolerate, like, Jesus, a brother, is that so? Yeah. But he came, this brother, the golden child, number 4. Yeah, he came from one of those 8 wards, So he looks like me because of my mom and our mother, and well, and well, hey, and well. thinking more about gold. Come to think about it, losing that gold nose ring probably cut some connectivity as they began to unplug the ark. That is in the basement of the Salt Lake City temple. I figure there's confusion over translations of Egyptian papyruses. Because with that urum, thumum, you're missing the gold connectivity, and I know life with gold and I know life without gold, and the thing isn't really so much about the amount, as long as there is just enough to stretch, but you know, even just one single hair, okay, like the hair growing out of your head, this fiber optic keratin protein record should break through the pore and be left uncut. And once it is able to touch the various portions of the spinal column, lots of more subtlety can be seen. And it's not necessarily about the amount of hair, and it's not necessarily about the amount of gold, because just one little amount that can be braided. These are why braids are so important, and the different patterns as they crimp it and curve it in ways to make like different frequency sigils, you know, in your rainbow that surrounds you. And so like it might look like something from the outside, but as you're looking from the inside out, you'll see like more particularly fine-tuned aspects as you look out. Like I was talking about that focal point when the sun's shining from behind me and then through my ears and sparkling off the gold, right? Gold doesn't take much. Just thin little strand doesn't take much. But definitely the purity is something to be considered as well. 3 shitty little strands of hair hanging out the back of your head that hold a record of abuse and neglect. Not of the hair itself, but the record shows the abuse of yourself and the neglect of yourself. We need these to be highly polished, striving for the purity in the record, to be reflected in the record. The hair and gold doesn't take much, hey? Doesn't take much. Oh no? How about we play a little game of find the pube in your Caesar salad? Doesn't take much. No. Just one tiny little hair. you gotta connect it just so, you know. So then we're talking more about the spinal fluid, and we're running the risk of sounding like Jim Carrey, or maybe where he ripped it off of Santos Bonacci, or who else is trying to monetize this spinal fluid. So the wedding was fucking awesome, right? Yeah, like I was saying, out in this fairy tale countryside, right? It's an old homestead. And been converted for ecotourism and kept to its original traditional fashion. I'd say probably it's not unreasonable to guesstimate. I'd say 100-year-old property, built like a homestead. You know, like the protection surrounded these barns placements, and so one of them was kept like a barn, but it was completely modernized and renovated, with a lounge area upstairs and a loft, and everything was just so lovely. We had a DJ and a saxophone player, and they worked together and kept to the genres we asked for. And so some of these barns have been converted into suites, right? So we had the old aunties, we had the elderly who attended stay there all together. There's 80 people, right? And then we had like these like church tents, you know, we rented, and dude set them up and took them down after, right? You know what I mean by church tent, right? Like picture those big sturdy white. So yeah, we had one for all the tables out in the middle of this homestead, and then off to the back quarter we had another one of these big tents, and it was covering up a bunch of smaller tents where like some of the younger families would stay. A portion headed back to their own homes that evening. We had about, what do we have, about probably 35, 40. We had about half of them there the next morning. For such lovely, the food was like, we had sturgeon. My Canadian right, my Canadian side was falling in line with my brother and his family. You know, like the spread was definitely traditional Polish countryside, man. Yeah, 100% pickled herring, you know, and all kinds of these blood-looking sausages, you know. I just stick to the cabbage and carrot salad, you know, some beets. Because it was my wife's gig, right? She was the one who put this on. Yeah, so that was fun. I dragged all my music shit out there and had various impromptu interludes. It was awesome. Absolutely fucking amazing. Awesome. It was so great. Influential people of the highest caliber, dressed in their finest. It was awesome. Yeah, well, you can imagine the older folks that were coming here and spending the night, you know. Yeah. Well, anyways, I figure there's something you could filter out of this blather and ramble, hey? I'll give it a quick ×2 replay. See if I can instigate anything more for description. Burkesh Prakash of Minds.com. Talk to you again soon. Take care.